Wonderful. So wonderful, wonderful. We're here today for our Success Mindset Live with my wonderful friend and colleague, Juljana Hoxha. And Juliana, you were a guest in my private Facebook group back in January. So it's been, we're pretty soon, we're coming up to a year. And so for those who don't know you, who maybe didn't hear the prior recording, tell us a little bit about your background and what you're doing now.
Yes, I love this, what you are doing now, because my background, actually, I've studied for psychology and politics in Italy, but this has helped me a lot with the psychology part on teaching mindset and better understanding ourselves. And then I was so living in Italy, I was so passionate about clothes and seeing the Italian woman have that flair and that style. And while I was a student there, I would go with my friends, try new things in these boutiques and then I got so passionate about it, and I said, the women in my town, because originally I came from Albania, need to have style in their life. It's so important. And here I was studying in Italy, and at 21, I started my entrepreneurial journey with bringing clothes from Italy to Albania. And then it's history. Since I was 21, I was an entrepreneur, working for myself, building businesses. Then I moved to Germany, where to create my family, continued here the style career, helping women transform themselves through fashion. So, and doing it now online and reaching more people.
And Juliana, you are so good at what you do. I mean, I've had the opportunity to work with you for almost a year as your student, and it really, really transformed my life. So I love how you started as a psychology student, because self-image, as we know, you and I both learn in the same system, Proctor Gallagher Institute, self-image is so key to personal growth. Can you talk a little bit about what exactly is self-image and why is it so important?
Yes, but before that I go there, I wanted to thank you for the kind word and for featuring my my working together, because being an entrepreneur sometimes is very hard and difficult, and there are days when you just want to give up. It's like, enough is enough, I don't want anymore. But there are these messages that I get from my clients that keep me going forward and becoming better at what I do. So I wanted to say this.
Oh, thank you.
And talking about self-image, so as I was in business, running other businesses as well, and helping my husband, I hit, you hit a level and you think, that's it. It's like you can't go more than that. And this brought me, and I was eager. I want to know and to grow myself and my business and making more, and wasn't working. No matter what I was doing, no matter what investments, campaigns, marketing, or whatsoever, I couldn't. And this, the research on doing this brought me and led me to Bob Proctor. And then it was until then when I was first introduced to the self-image. I already knew the outer image, our appearance when we look out ourselves in the mirror, the reflection, it is, but I never knew that we have a hidden self-image. And it is this hidden self-image that that mirrors in everything that we do in life. And was Bob teaching that, and then it helped me in so many ways, especially attaching to this, the outer transformation that is style and fashion that I already possessed and knew really well. But then being in alignment, having these two in alignment, it is what changed everything for me and with clients that I work with.
You're so right. I had the same experience, Juliana, that I had no idea that we have this inner picture of ourselves, right? And then I have to say, when I started working with you, I also had no idea of the power of fashion and style, right? You just opened up that whole new world for me, even though I always had liked fashion and style. So, can you talk a little bit about how self image is changed through fashion and style?
So when we set those goals and we want to transform ourselves in this new person, because everyone in this call or who is going to watch this call already knows and have the understanding that if you don't change, nothing is gonna change. You have to change, right? And then you have the self-image, you are doing the work. But what I want to ask everyone here, it's like, if I'm going to say you close your eyes and imagine yourself in a 6 months from now, because I don't like so much these 5 years, 3 years. I'm like, now let's keep track now. Let's make things, because it's all in our mind. You can change, and I always say that you can achieve so much in a short period of time that most of people haven't achieved through their entire lives. So if I'm saying close your eyes and picture yourself as a person who already is going to achieve those goals that you want to achieve. And I don't think that when you close your eyes and picture yourself, you picture yourself like in clothes that aren't expressing who you want to become, right? And the attitude and the energy, it's different.
So true. Yeah, it starts with imagination.
It starts, but
Yes.
it's different, right? It's the image. For example, we are together in the call because we don't have the others. So let's say you have those goals that you want to achieve in 2023. And when you picture yourself, I'm sure that you are not picturing the Stephanie that you already are now, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Another level, it's another style, it's another way that you are going to represent yourself and to express yourself with your choices and your attitude and your confidence. And now, taking that back, the image that you have built for yourself, let's work backwards, and then let's use fashion and style, to represent this person who is going to achieve those goals.
Yes. And I will say, since you were addressing sort of me directly, Juliana, so that our audience can understand, some of the work that we did together really caused me to look at clothing, look at what I have in my closet, look at what I see in stores in a much more focused and aligned way. And even like something that has become central to my life now, thanks to you, is my signature fragrance, right? That we have these signature aspects of ourselves, right? That might not necessarily be about colors, but that are still part of fashion and style and lifestyle, right? Part of who I want to be. Yes. So I was sure to put on my Chanel number 5, even before we got on this call.
And this makes you feel good, right? And when you feel good, you are in that energy where you attract good around you. And this is what I teach. It's like, because I see a lot of other stylists out there that promote their work on, so it's not that I'm telling you, okay, you have to wear this thing because you look good. No, because so you put yourself in a box. I am more going and doing the work to discovering the you. And as I always say, the you that you never knew, because we have all of these layers of ourselves. And so it's like peeling these layers and really finding this essence of you, of who you are, and developing that taste. And now you are like, oh, okay, I love this. I like this, and being more intention. And life has another meaning living this way.
You're so right. It is about becoming more you. And, Juliana, I find that I look at everything differently now, right? I look at magazines differently. I look at it's much more about being more of me and being in alignment with with who I continue to become and stepping into her now.
And Stephanie, even when you see this way, even if you have achieved yet those big goals, at least you feel good about yourself and with yourself, right?
Exactly. Yes,
And,
exactly.
and if only it's worth doing the work.
It is so worth it. It's so worth it. Yes. The way I see this is that it should be a requirement. Should be a
Exactly.
requirement for everyone to do this work.
It is life-changing, really. It's
life-changing.
And I always say, like, I see a lot of people going and doing the inner work, the transformation, and all of this. They invest so much money in themselves, and they ignore this part. And I see a lot promoting this, that, oh, you don't need this. But I think, like, well-dressed people get more opportunities, and this is a fact. Even you work with corporate people that they want to get higher position. And so, I mean, even if you are not so good at what you do, but even only just because you dress in a certain way and you embody and you have this attitude, you are going to get that permission, position that you want to. Right?
It's so true. It's so true. So, Juliana, I'm wondering, what are some of the common mistakes that you see people making around fashion and style?
There are a lot. One of them, I would say that it is, I don't know even where to start with this, but I would say, like, we have to have role models in everything that we do, like, because we have to be influenced by someone, right? But a lot of people see, like, they will scroll through social media, now it's a big thing, and they see an outfit or a dress on someone, and they purchase that, buy it, thinking that it's going to look good on them. And most of the time will not, because the person that is wearing that, it's their attitude, it's their style. They already know. It's like, it's not only just the cloth itself that makes the difference, but it's the attitude and the energy that you teach your clients, right? That we all know. It is how you wear it, which is most important. And then there are a lot of other mistakes doing without knowing yourself, like going shopping and buying pieces that a lot of them will be hanging in your closet, and a lot.
Yeah. Well, I will say that, I mean, I learned so many things with you, Juliana, and that was one of the real winning things, was don't just go out and buy something. It has to really be aligned with that bigger picture. And of course, you had us put together the lookbooks and exercises that were very, very thought-provoking. And I will say, it took time, but it's a really, first of all, it's fun. It's fun because it's about ourselves and our self-improvement, but it's also really a worthwhile investment because it saves you time in the long run.
Exactly. Right. And this is what a lot of people want to avoid, because they don't want to put in the work. And so, but then after it became so frustrating. But when you take this time, it's work, but as you are saying, it's fun as well, because you are discovering a part of yourselves that you never knew, for example, what you like and what you don't like, and how do you want to present yourself. Because for me, it's like, it's not, we are not teaching, and I'm not teaching like you, okay, how to put on clothes, because this knows everybody. It's like fashion and style. It's like developing a taste, right? And the essence of who you are and the attitude that goes with that. And so, because it is, but when you see these style people, these style icons, they put the work in, right? It's not that it happened. It's not that it happened. So this is, they studied themselves, they did. And I see a lot of people myself, for example, when this Instagram, scrolling through Instagram and these reels and seeing these bloggers and fashionistas and doing like this changing and this, I assumed that it was, so easy for them to do these transitions, right? And then when I started doing myself, I realized that, wait a minute, but it's a lot of work, and these people make it look so easy, but it is a lot of work, but it is worth it. Putting the work in is worth it.
Yeah.
It pays off because when you have a certain attitude, for example, going in these networking events and meetings, and you have the style and you represent yourself how you want to represent and tell the story that you want to tell through your clothing, it's like you are going to, it's more easy for you to build new relationships, because people are attracted to look good in people.
I love how you said, tell the story that you want to tell, right? Exactly. Through your fashion and style. Yes.
True, because we make, everyone knows, like we see someone that we have never met, for example, and in seconds, we are going to create an opinion about this person.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So actually, I wanted to just also insert a question, because I noticed in the comments when I was advertising this talk today, that there was a comment that said, "Is this for men also?" And
yes.
Right? It's not just women.
Exactly. It's the same process actually. And men, we have so many men in the world that are style icons, that have a certain attitude and style, and so there are men that appreciate style and fashion as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. Can you give an example maybe of a client situation where you really had this change in self-image through fashion and style?
Yes. I have actually, I have many clients, and it's like the confidence when style for me and upgrading yourself, it's like all about confidence, right? You have to build yourself, but when you work with a professionist that knows, it's more easy than to overcome that fear, and then to trust yourself and to make these changes with the way that you look. So I was working on once with many clients actually, but one of them had an event, a great evening, and I was suggesting to wear a dress, and she loved it, but because of the fear of being judged, she wasn't daring. But then she took my advice, and she did that. And then she came the other day, and the compliments that she got and how she felt and everything, I mean, it's really it's beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful to see that. Yeah.
And I have clients that when working with me, they get higher paid clients, they meet their partners, they go through these changes. It's really rewarding, and even if it's nothing happens, again, because you will change and because you are going to appreciate the little things so much, that's worth it.
And that makes me think of again, so many important things that you have shared with me that I've learned from you. And one of them again was, you said you've got to stand out. Right? And you're right, because I think even unconsciously, people who are doing this work still are having a tendency to hide a little bit and to blend in, right?
Exactly. Yes. I am all about that, trusting yourself. But this is always when you do that work and you trust yourself and you don't need other people validation to tell you. And a lot of things that it's wrong, and I see it's like women will ask their friends, for example, how do I look in this outfit, or their partners or so. You don't need that. No, you just know, and that's it. Don't doubt yourself. Go with the choices and feel free to express yourself, who you really are. And at the end, and in style, actually, there are no rules. You make the rules. But I always say that it's good when you know the rules, and so easy then to break them. And then you put your essence, you put your spin into that on creating your outfits. But the most common thing, it's fear of being judged. How do I look? And most of the time I always say that we dress for other people, we don't dress for ourselves, and this has to change. We have to dress, for example, when you go in an environment and you are invited and you are with family people, you don't want to be judged, you want to blend in with them, right? But it's like, okay, you want to, not to be so over dramatic, but still to have that your own personality, telling your story that you want to tell through the choices that you are going to make with your clothing.
Yes. Yeah. And you're right that the fear comes up. It does take courage, but it's so worth it. And Juliana, I have to tell you, I have I think you've seen it. I have my new sailor's cap. And I wore it a couple of weeks ago when I went to the Apple store. And one of the young people at the door who welcomed me in was like, wow, I love your cap. And then someone, even when I was at the mall across the way from me, like yelled out at me how much they liked my cap. And I was like, wow, this is exactly what Juliana was saying. You stand out, right? When you start to put in the fashion and the style.
But who are the people that we love, the styles that we love, the people that dare to stand out? Because the others that blend in, that are like everyone else and doing the things like everyone else, it's like you are not attracted to this, right? It's we are used to that. But when someone stands out, it's like, oh wow. And getting compliments, makes you feel good, right?
It does. And I think that's part of the self-image too, is to also accept and receive the compliments, right? And to be really welcoming of those compliments.
Exactly. And always I always give compliments and get compliments, but the tip that I learned, it's like when someone compliments you, don't compliment them back, but just say thank you, right?
Yes.
You don't need to, and then you compliment someone else, but you say thank you. Don't have the need to return with something. Oh, I love your scarf, for example, and you'll say like, oh, I love your earrings. No, like, thank you. Just accept it, right?
Yeah, really cherish the compliment. Yes.
Exactly, because we have this need that, oh, I have to pay it back, and to say no, like just,
Yes, you're right. So Juliana, as we wrap this up, any final thoughts that you want to share with our audience about fashion and style?
I mean, it's a way of life. It's something, and the thing is that a lot of people feel intimidated by the fashion and style. It seems like it's this fashion club or style club, and you have to be really good to be part of it, right? And no, it's not. Like, you can learn it. There are, and I was seeing some transformations of the people, celebrities, right? How when they start in the beginning and how they reinvent themselves, the persons that will become, right? It gets always better and better and better. And think of yourself as a celebrity. And this is what I say, and reinvent yourself very often, because with every goal that we set, it is required a new version of us. And there is even someone would say like, oh, I'm good, I have style, and so No, because there is always room for improvement. It is always to go to that next level, and I'm always about that next level.
Yes. Yep. And keep growing. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yep. So
And
Juliana, if someone wants to contact you or learn about your programs, how can they find you?
so I'm very soon I'm going to reopen the enrollment for Style Makers Academy, the program that you have been through, Stephanie. And if someone is interested to working with me and to be part of the program, I think that I will send to you my calendar link. And if someone is interested, we can go in a complimentary call and talk about your goals and what you want to achieve. Right, and then let's see a way how you can get there through using fashion and style.
Yes. So we'll be sure to add your calendar link to our post here so that anyone who wants to find
Yes.
out about your program. And then Juliana, you also work with men, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good. So in case
And it's working with men are more easy and less complicated.
okay.
They are
Wonderful.
very, but
Good. Well, we want to be sure to have equal opportunity for everyone in the
yes.
group. So Juliana, once again, first of all, I mean, I am just so grateful to you personally for everything that I've learned from you. You're such a gifted stylist and mindset expert, and you are such a just beautiful person, the inside of you and the outside of you. So I want to thank you for how you've touched my life in such a profound and meaningful way. And also thank you for coming on again live to my Facebook group. So grateful to you, Juliana.
It's always a pleasure, and thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye
so
for
much.
now. Bye bye.